Hey guys, Gus Olson here, dating coach for Logical Men, and today I'm going to be breaking down some scenes from a movie 10 Things I Hate About You. And this movie contains some flirting scenes. When broken down, is going to give you quite good insight into flirting with women and what to do and what not to do. So for those of you who don't know, Heath Ledger's character is named Patrick, and he has been hired by some other people to try to ask out this girl, Kat, who is played by Julia Stiles, and she is very hard to get out and she doesn't date. So he essentially needs to take out this girl. And this is the first scene where he approaches the girl. And there's going to be actually quite a lot of similarities between how it happens in the movie and how guys try to do it in real life. Let's just get started.
Hey there, girlie. How you doing?
So first of all, he approaches in a very sarcastic way, saying, "Hey there, girlie." And a lot of guys might do the same when maybe they're approaching women in the club by using a pickup line. And the reason that this is not good is because it feels inauthentic and it feels like you're hiding your true self and your vulnerable self. So you're using some pickup lines. So if the girl rejects you, you don't feel as good. This is not a good start because she clearly can tell that this is a pickup line and you don't want to seem like you're putting on a fake show.
Sweating like a pig, actually, and yourself?
Now there's a way to get a guy's attention, huh?
Do you see how, if you go back, he had that mini nervous laugh? He delivered the line and he did this mini nervous laugh. And this signals that he's actually quite nervous and doesn't really know what to do. And even if you look at his face, that nervous, forced smile. So this is communicating non-verbally that he is a bit out of his element.
My mission in life. But obviously I struck your fancy, so you see it worked. The world makes sense again.
Pick up on Friday then.
Okay, so he literally just approached her a few seconds ago and she didn't give him any positive signals. Instead of trying to turn around the conversation and trying to talk to this girl, he's just immediately going for the date request. And you never want to do this in real life situations because if the girl is giving you negative signs, then why would you keep pushing and insisting on a date? But again, a lot of guys do this. They approach a girl and they do a random pickup line. The girl doesn't give a good response, and then they're like, "Well, can I get your Instagram?" And this is not what you want to do. Obviously, back then they didn't have an Instagram, so he's going for pick you up on Friday. But the principle is the same. You don't want to date close or number close when things are on a negative trend. You need to turn things around first.
Oh, right. Friday. Uh-huh.
Well, if not, I'd take you places you've never been before.
Okay, again, so things are not working, and he's continuing using random and very corny, cheesy lines. I can take you places you've never been before. This is something that girls can smell from miles away that it's not you being authentic. You're just using some random lines. And he doesn't even believe in this line. When he delivers it, there's not much confidence and belief in this line. And it's very inauthentic.
Like where? The 7-Eleven on Broadway? Do you even know my name, Screwboy?
Okay, so she literally just said, "Do you even know my name, Screwball?" Which is essentially saying that, are you here just trying to get laid? She's indeed calling out the fact that she doesn't feel that he's being authentic. The good thing, though, here is that she's engaging. So she's like, "Do you even know my name, Screwboy?" And every time a girl is, quote unquote, testing you, it's actually a good thing because that means that she cares about your opinion and she is potentially seeing that maybe this could go somewhere. So even though she's saying this, it's like the first positive sign that she's given because if she didn't care about him, she would just walk away. But in this case, she actually is showing that she potentially might like this dude, but she feels that he's being authentic and she doesn't trust him. So now she's trying to figure out if she can trust him.
I know a lot more than you think.
Doubtful. Very doubtful.
That was the first scene, and clearly Heath Ledger's character failed quite big. So the key takeaways from this scene is don't be inauthentic and don't try to use corny pickup lines to hide the fact that maybe you're afraid of rejection and mask that fear with corny lines. Try to be authentic with your approach. Okay, now let's take a look at the second scene where Julia Stiles' character is coming out of the shop and Heath Ledger's character is waiting for her to talk to her.
Nice ride. Vintage fenders.
Are you following me?
So this was a better start than the previous one. He's commenting on something in the environment, which is more of an observational opener. And this is good so far.
I was in the laundromat. I saw your car. Came over to say hi.
So she was sort of challenging him and saying, "Well, are you following me?" And he passed the test quite well. He just said, "Look, I mean, I just saw you over there. I had to say hi." And this is the same thing that might happen in real life if you approach a girl on the street or in a park. She might not necessarily say, "Hey, are you following me?" But she might say, "Do you do this often?" Or "Why'd you even talk to me? This is random." And even with the tone of voice, and he was saying, "Well, this is normal. I mean, I just saw you there. I had to say hi." So he conveys that this is a normal behavior for a guy to come and talk to her, not only with his words, but also his tone of voice.
Hi.
Okay, so far, she said hi, and now potentially she is open to have a bit of a conversation.
Not a big talker, huh?
Depends on the topic. My fenders don't really whip me into a verbal frenzy.
So when she said not a big talker, that's good. He's acknowledging the fact that she's not engaging a lot. So every time there's a bit of an uncomfortable moment or a bit of tension, negative tension, you can address it by calling out the elephant in the room in the interaction.
You're not afraid of me, are you?
That was a bit random. And the frame of her being afraid of him, that wouldn't help him at all. So mentioning that he would think that she would be afraid of him, that wouldn't really help him. So not sure why he went there.
Afraid of you? Why would I be afraid of you?
Well, most people are.
Well, I'm not.
So now he's trying to be tough and trying to be, yeah, most people are afraid of me. So now he's qualifying himself a bit too much, which is not good.
Well, maybe you're not afraid of me, but I'm sure you've thought about me naked, huh?
So that was kind of funny. He did 180, so he went from being very serious to making a joke, which was quite funny, I must say. And he's doing a good smile, strong eye contact. So this is actually quite a decent flirting. So even though it is still a bit cheesy, it's actually a lot better than what he was doing in the first scene. The wink was over the top, but I liked it actually.
Am I that transparent? I want you. I need you. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
So again, he fails, but I would say he did a much better job here than in the first scene. Now, let's take a look at the final scene. And here he essentially enters the club. He knows that the girl is attending the club because it's one of her favorite band. So now he's pretending to be at the bar and not seeing this girl, even though he did see her. And let's see how the scene unfolds.
If you're planning on asking me out again, you might as well just get it over.
She approaches him, which is a very good sign. And she also mentions the fact that if he's going to ask her out, just get it over with, which means that she is thinking about him asking her out. So far, a lot of green flags.
Do you mind? You're kind of ruining this for me.
Okay, so as you can see in the previous interactions, he was coming on strong to the girl, and the girl pushed him away. And now he's trying to reverse the dynamics interaction where she's coming onto him and he's slightly pushing her away, which of course is a much better dynamic to be than the previous one, because usually it's the guys trying to win the girls over, and now she has to get his attention, which is just more interesting and more fun for the women.
You're not surrounded by your usual cloud of smoke.
Again, she's recognizing some positive traits about the guy, and again, positive signals up to this point.
I know it. Quit. Apparently they're bad for you.
You think?
You know, these guys are no bikini jello raincoats. They're not bad.
Okay, so essentially what he did here is that he knew that the girl likes these bands. So he said, yeah, they're not bad, but they're not as good as the band that the girl likes. And then he did this takeaway where he's going away from this bar. And in theory, that's good. The fact that he's evading a little bit, creating more space so the girl can chase him. Now, in the actual real life, I wouldn't do this as much as actually leaving the bar, because most times girls will not follow you. He could have just maybe turned a little bit to the other side and then the girl would engage. But obviously, this is a movie, so she will follow him.
You know who the raincoats are.
So now what is good is she cares about what he thinks and he knows what raincoats are. And because she likes the raincoats, she is demonstrating that she cares about his opinion. Again, positive, and things are going much better in this scene for the guy than in the two previous scenes.
Why don't you?
Okay, so far so good, but now things are gonna go a little bit downhill, and we're gonna see why.
I was watching you out there before. I've never seen you look so sexy.
So as you can see in this particular scene, the girl was chasing him and things were going quite good, but now he went super direct and he said, "Hey, I never seen you look so sexy." And even though she's laughing, it's switching dynamics. Now he's chasing her again.
Come to Bogey's party with me.
Again, so he had a perfect opportunity to talk to her or to generate conversational topics or to stack. And look at the girl was smiling. So she's literally, she has a genuine smile and she would like to talk to this guy. And now he has the opportunity to flirt with her, to chat with her. But instead, what does he do? He's just like, okay, number request, date request, Instagram request. And let's see how she reacts.
Come to Bogey's party with me.
You never give up, do you?
Was that a yes?
No.
You could see in that mini moment that her smile dropped. He asked her out and she was saying, "Oh, you never give up, do you?" And now the frame is back again. He's chasing her and she's trying to evade him. So instead of talking to her, flirting with her, trying to find conversational topics, he just went for the clothes and it was just too soon and too early. And now he's chasing her again. And also what you saw that the girl said, "You never give up, do you?" Which means that she's acknowledging the fact that he's trying to pick her up, which is not good. If a girl says, "Oh, that's a smooth pickup line," that means that she sees you trying to pick her up, not in an authentic way, but as a pickup. So it's something that you do with an intention of trying to get a certain outcome so that she doesn't see that as a natural process. Now he's chasing her again, and we're back to where we started. In the actual movie, the guy obviously did go out with her because that is a movie. But if this was real life, then she would have continued and she would have walked away. So, what can we learn from these three scenes? So, first of all, you don't want to chase the girl too much. If you chase her too much, then she obviously has to go pull away. Second, you don't want to be inauthentic and using corny pickup lines. Most girls see past that and it's just going to make you seem very inauthentic. So, instead, you want to be vulnerable and you want to be okay putting your real self out there. And if she rejects you, that's fine. But if you're going to put a fake front, she's going to reject you anyways. Number three, don't go for the close too fast. If there's no rapport built up, if there's no connection built up, then you just asking for an Instagram, for a phone number, or for a date is just way too early. So hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. Let me know in the comments what other movies you'd like me to review.